But the question is, do we have the New York Yankees number, and do we have it enough to take second?
Hello and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Blue Jays. I'm your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog, and today we're going to talk about whether we think the Toronto Blue Jays could be second?
What?
Yeah, seriously. Well, I don't think anyone saw this one coming at the beginning of the year. But before we get into that, please make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below anything that you got to say. Okay, so this is a good video to be having. This is a nice video because it means that, you know what, we must be doing something kind of right. I really was hoping that, you know, it was a couple games ago where they looked like they could overtake the Yankees.
Yeah.
They didn't quite get there, sadly. And now we are a couple games back now.
Yeah.
But, you know, like the possibility for us to come second in the division, that is definitely within our realistic range of outcomes at this point.
Like you were saying, like a couple games back, how it looked really promising. Well, the Yankees went on a 7-game losing streak. And in that 7-game losing streak, the Jays were hot as hell. Yeah. And we went 8-3. So we went on, I think, a 6-game winning streak in that time. And we just got off of a 4-game winning streak recently. So we've been knocking on the door. Like right now, we're just sitting 2 games out of second place from New York Yankees. We're 18-16, and they are 20-14.
Yeah, they're 20-14 right now. They had a bit of a rough stretch as well. Now, I think a lot of that, and I think a lot of New York Yankees fans would say, I think a lot of people in baseball would say that has to do with the health of their overall team.
I've seen this story before, literally last year.
Yeah, I mean, like, I remember, and this is specifically for Stanton and for Judge, but I remember watching some videos on them, and basically people are saying, like, these guys are, like, too big for the sport almost, you know? And
it's not even a reoccurring injury. It's literally just like a new injury every single time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like both of them just like literally can't stay on the field. And it's not even just them right now. Like Paxton is out. They just got DJ LeMahieu back, but he was out for a while as well.
They just got back Chapman too.
Chapman just got back. I think Torres is still out. Yeah. That's a large part of their team, like a lot of big names right there.
And Zach Britton, who was taken over for Chapman, is out, and they just basically swap places.
Right, yeah.
He's gone too.
So, you know what, like, they are going to start to get their team back, but, you know, if we have any chance right now, I'd say, like, you know, hitting them when they're injured would be a great opportunity for us right now.
Right now, like, hopefully, like, obviously I don't hope for the health of, like, the poor health of anybody.
Yeah, no,
but
I mean, like, it would be, obviously, like, you want to see these guys get back. You want to see them out long term.
Right, like, they're great players and they deserve to play. But if, as Blue Jays, we know that we're going to be facing the Yankees at the end of the season, if we could possibly see some games without Judge or Stanton or Paxton or Britton or Torres, I mean, it would help us in the end.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
And I looked at a couple of reports, and they're still a little bit ways away. Like, Torres is still a little bit ways away, as quote, and then far away is Paxton, they say. And but, however, in the next few days, Zach Britton will be back, but hopefully we can just have their lineup damaged a little bit, just for us, maybe. And we can hopefully limit those Yankee bombers.
Right. Well,
Bronx bombers. Yes.
You know, even though like and the problem with their lineup is like it's so bloody deep, you know, because like you have guys like right now Luke Voigt is popping off, you know, and we always knew he was a good player, but like they, you know, at the beginning of the season they had this guy batting like 7th or 8th. And, you know, I think he smacked his, like, 12th or 13th dinger very recently. You know, Gio Urshela is very good, and they just got DJ LeMahieu back. And here's a problem with us taking second. Is because I have the New York Yankees schedule in front of me right here. And, like, we're going through kind of an easy stretch right now, and then it gets tough for us. Yeah. Whereas they're in their, like, tough stretch right now. and then it gets easy. Like they finish up, with Tampa Bay tomorrow, and then they have one game against the Mets, and then it's like 4 games Baltimore, 3 games us, 4 games Baltimore, 3 games us, 3 games Boston, 4 games us, 3 games Miami. So, end of season.
So the only way for us to really grab second place is to literally beat the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
We have to literally beat them.
Well, I don't even know if that's enough because, through that schedule, the only team that they're facing large in part that has, an above 500 record is us.
Yeah.
We can't anticipate them, going 500 against those other teams. They're going to be doing better, which means that even in the games that we're not playing, we're already 2 games back.
Yeah.
We need to be winning the games now against, we got to beat,
Miami.
Yeah, Miami. We got to beat Miami tomorrow.
We have 5 games coming up against Boston, I believe. Let me just fact check me. Yeah. Yeah, we have 5 games coming up with a doubleheader included in that. We have to beat Boston, and then we're facing New York. And if we do face New York, every time we beat New York and they beat us, that's 1 game difference. It's not 0.5 anymore. Mm-hmm. It's 1 game difference. So if we, and it's a lot to ask. I didn't even predict, and I don't think anyone predicted that we'd ever win this season series against the New York Yankees. But if we seriously want to take second, now we're in a playoff spot. I'm okay with it. But if we want to secure that second place spot and maybe get a little bit easier opponent in the postseason, then we have to beat the New York Yankees. It's just straight up like that. We literally have to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if based on the strength of schedule, I'm not convinced it's going to happen, to be completely honest.
No, anyone would say no.
However, we did definitely in the past couple of days bolster our whole team. You saw the additions of. And you know what? These guys are struggling, so I don't want to talk too highly about them. But Robbie Ray and Ross Stripling, those are, could be rotational guys. We saw Ray come out in the bullpen today, and from what I saw, pitched a nice inning.
Mm-hmm. 3 innings.
3 innings. Wow. Yeah. So did a pretty decent job there, and. Stripling, his ERA has definitely been struggling as well.
Yeah, but his career ERA has been sub 4 his whole career.
Yeah, so exactly.
We gotta hope that he turns it around. And
I think that's kind of we bought both of those players are that.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those players are that.
I think we bought pretty low on a lot of these guys. Their ceilings are higher than what they're doing right now. That's I think we can agree on that.
Sure.
And I think it's great. We're not giving up a lot for guys who could potentially hit and boost our team, especially when we're missing Ken Giles, Bo Bichette. Who else are we missing right now? Matt Shoemaker and Nate Pearson.
And we're missing some
Romano. Pieces. And Romano. We're missing some key pieces, part of our team. And if they can come back healthy and these guys can come back big, then our team's looking good to possibly grab that first series in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, and that's super, super far in advance. That's still
we still gotta have
20 plus games left with, knock on wood that we still even make the playoffs, right? But how, these trades definitely, in my opinion, helped our chances. I'd say though, based on looking at our schedule coming up, because we're coming to the end of the easier era here, and then it gets tough, and we're against New York again, and we have some Texas that's pretty easy.
Texas? Oh no, that's April.
Oh, that's April.
September. Yeah.
Never mind. No, we just have a lot of New York.
New York Mets, New York Phillies, and then Baltimore right at the end.
Yeah, so it is gonna be very difficult for us moving forward.
Yeah.
You know what? And if we don't take that second spot, it's not a huge deal. I'd say right now, if I had to put a number on it, we maybe have a 20% chance of securing that second spot if everyone starts hitting and doing what they can do.
Yeah, I'd say 20. Yeah, 20% chance.
I literally just plucked a number out of the air that I thought was maybe reasonable.
It's true though. Every time I'm trying to think of the odds of something, it's just pick a number that feels right.
Yeah.
20. I don't want 18's too low. Maybe 22, somewhere in that range.
I honestly, personally, I think it could be lower. I think it could be lower just because of the schedule that the New York Yankees have and the fact that they are they have literally, I think it was 7 games against Baltimore, like 4 games against Boston and then against us, you know, and if we were to, you know, realistically predict that they go 500 against us, and then, you know, like they're gonna win the other series, like, well, right? It would require us to like not only just beat them like 6-4, but like literally slap them like 8-2 or something. Yeah, like, which I don't think anyone is going to predict.
We got to beat the New York Yankees, and we also got to beat the New York Mets because we face them a bit in the next little stretch. And New York Mets are 15-21. Philly is around 500, 16-15, and then Baltimore again. We got to slap the crap out of them because we're killing them this year.
Yeah, I mean, like we definitely got Baltimore's number. There's no question. However, the question is, do we have the New York Yankees number, and do we have it enough to take second place?
So, what do you guys think? Do you think, guys, that we can eventually take second place? What is it going to take for us to make second place? Who's got to get hot, and what's going to happen on the Yankees end for us to actually take it? Let us know.
I'm curious to know if you guys think that these trades were enough or if we needed something else.
Yeah.
But please make sure to check us out on Spotify, Breaker, Anchor, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts. Also, please subscribe and like and comment down below and check us out on our Instagram.
And thanks so much for watching.
Go Jays, go.